did is used in past, did is the second form of do, but did is always taking first form with it. Can shows possibility or ability of something, right? Like when we want to show that something is possible or something is, like if I'm asking a permission to you that can I leave early today if I finish my work, and you want to say no, then you will say you cannot leave early, there is more work.
Welcome to Uninterrupted, where communication means no interruption.
Welcome to the next lesson of helping verbs, modal verbs, and much more. So we will start this lesson by understanding the usage of did helping verb, right? When do we use did? Because did is the form of do does did, all right? So we have to understand did because it is also a helping verb, and then I'll take you towards modal verbs. Exciting, isn't it? Okay, so did, we get confused with did a lot. There's a reason for that. Because did is used in past, did is the second form of do, but did is always taking first form with it. So that is a confusion. But by now, if you have not understood anything, don't worry. So when we talk about did is used for the negative, positive, and question emphasis. Emphasis means force on some action, force on some main verb. What is an action? Action is verb, right? So force on some action, that is when we use did. But when do we have to force an action? In past, not now, not in future, but in past. That means maybe yesterday, last week, last month, last year, like that, all right? So an action that is already done in past, and we have to tell that action by forcing that action emphasis, by putting that emphasis on that action. That is when we use did. Like, I did not finish my work. I am putting emphasis on it. But when we talk about did is used with all the pronouns. I did, he did, she did, you did, we did, they did. Rahul and Ram did not finish the work. So all of the helping verbs. This is an easy thing, because there's one hard thing that's coming here. So this is an easy thing that we don't have to understand about which pronoun or which subject to put with did, like other helping verbs, right? With did, it is simple. Yeah. So when we talk about did in particular, it is used in past. It is the second form of do. That is why it is used in past. And it is taking first form. Let me take an example. You asked me about my work, and I'm saying that I did my work, I finished it, but you're not agreeing to it, and I have to put force on it, I have to put emphasis on it. Then I will say, I did finish my work. So that is when I will use did. But why am I not saying I did finished my work? Finished would be wrong, because finished is second form and did is second form, and we don't need two past and two second forms together. No, we just need did with first form. So whenever we are using did, we will use first form with it. So instead of saying I did finished my work, I will say I did finish my work. I did read the book. You don't believe me? I did read the book. I did watch the movie. I did clean the house. Okay? But if I have to deny that, okay, no, if I have to use negatively, then I will say I did not finish the work. Because I told you, not will come in the third place. I did not finish the work. Again, not I did not finished the verb, because we are using first form of the verb, not second. And what is the verb here? Finish. Not is not verb, right? Finish is verb. So the next verb, immediately the next verb after did will come in first form. Will be used in first form, always. So, I did not finish my work. He did not finish his work. You did not finish your work. All right. Now, what if I am asking the question to someone? if he or she did the work or not, right? So when I'm asking the question, I'll ask the question in this way. Did you finish the work? Because then did, like every other helping verb, will come in the beginning for asking question. Did you finish your work? Did he finish his work? Here also we will not say did you finished your work? No, because we are using first form of the verb. So whatever the condition did will always take first form of the verb. Whatever the condition did will be used for emphasis or force or pressure in the sentence or the action, right? So did you finish your work? Did he finish his work? But what if I don't want to use did? So if I don't have to put pressure or emphasis on the sentences, I can say that I finished my work. Okay? So then I am, negating using did. I'm not using did here. I'm just simply saying I finished my work. So because I'm not using did, I'm using second form. It may be a bit confusing, but don't worry. It is as simple as that. Did plus first form. If there is no did, then it is second form. All right. But in negative sentences, you have to say did not. You cannot say I not finished. No, that will be wrong. You will always say I did not finish. And in the question sentences also, you have to use did. You cannot say you finish your work. No. Did you finish your work? That would be correct. Okay. So did is simple. It's second form of do, so it does not require other second form, so it takes first form, and it is used for emphasis, and it is used for every subject and every pronoun, so don't have to worry about that. So we are done with did. All right? Yes. So do, does, did is done. Now when we were doing the helping verbs like is, am, are, was, were, has, have, these are parts of the form that is be. Be means a state of being, something happening, right? Be means to be there, to happen something. So for be, these are all the forms of be. Is, am, are, was, were, in present, past, future. Way, all right? So be also has being and being, second form and third form. So if you ever say being and being in any sentences, don't get confused right now, because I will tell you later. Yes. There is one more helping verb that I have not talked about here, that is had, before we jump towards modal verbs. And modal verbs are also part of helping verbs, so don't get confused. These are all the verbs. We have just divided them in different parts. So when we talk about had, we have not practiced had. I will not tell you anything about had right now, because had is a bit more complicated. Had may be a bit more complicated because we use had in conditional sentences, like imaginary sentences also. So I will talk about had later. I will tell you everything about had in simpler words later. Okay, so we will not do it right now. We will jump towards modal verbs now. In modal verb, the first we will be discussing is can. You have used can a lot of times. You may be using it on a regular basis, so it's going to be easy for you. But there are multiple usage of can. Like the usage are same as we use, but they are divided in multiple, areas. So we have to understand that. Okay. So can shows possibility or ability of something, right? Like when we want to show that something is possible or something is, that I'm able to do something or people are able to do something, that is when we use can. Like I can write email. So when I say I can write email, that means I'm able to write emails. I will say I can draw. So that means I'm able to draw. Or she is able to draw because she can draw. So whenever we are using can, it shows the possibility, ability of something. So it is used for asking permission, giving offers, or telling about someone's ability or telling someone's possibility or of something. So there are multiple usage divided in the same kind of manner. So the first and foremost major use of can is telling the ability of a person or a machine, of course. Can. Okay. So I can, and yes, here we don't have to worry about all the different pronouns. When I talk about can, could, may, might, or would or will, you don't have to worry about different pronouns. Like will I use I or he or she? Everything is used. All the pronouns are used with can, and all the subjects are used with can, so don't worry about that. Okay, so now here I will say that I can dance. That means my ability. So when I have to show the ability of a person, multiple people, or a machine, I will use can. They can dance, I can dance, he can dance, she can dance, we can dance, you can dance, Hina can dance, Rahul and Ram can dance. We are showing ability of people. If I'm showing ability of a machine, I will say it can cut the paper easily. Maybe I'm talking about a machine of cutting paper. Maybe I'm talking about a different kind of scissor. So I will say it can cut the paper easily. So it can, ability of a machine. All right, ability of animals, ability of humans. So for telling ability, we use can. Okay. The second use of can is also for asking permission. How will you ask permission? By asking a question, right? Because it is all about asking. So you will say, can I use your phone for a minute? That is like asking permission for using someone's phone. Can you do that for me? Can we go there? Can they do that? So in question form, we will use can first. Before any subject or before any helping verb, we will use can here. And then we will ask a question. Can you do this for me? That is a permission, all right? We are asking permission from someone. We are asking a question. Can you do that for me? Yes. So that is how we use can for permission. If I want to offer some help to someone, then also I can use can. Yes, I can do that for you, of course. I can carry that bag for you. I can carry your load for you. So that is like offering the help. So asking the help and offering the help, we use can. Asking question and answering the question, like asking permission. Can I sit with you here? That is like asking permission, right? So giving permission also will be shown by using can. You can definitely sit here. Okay. Just it will interchange. In question, you will use can, then subject. In answer, you will use subject, then can. All right. So this is the use of can. If we are talking about negative sentences, like you ask someone that, can you do this for me? And the person is saying no. So the person will say, I cannot do that for you. Not will come at the third place. I cannot, she cannot, you cannot, they cannot, will cannot. All right. Yes, like if I'm asking a permission to you that can I leave early today if I finish my work and you want to say no, then you will say, you cannot leave early, there is more work, right? Or if you have to give permission, then you can say that, yes, you can leave early if you are done with your work. So it goes like that. It depends on the permission. So permission, offer, asking permission, giving permission, asking offer, giving offer, and negative, of course, and the ability. These are all the usage of can. So just revise them and do not get confused. But right now you may be thinking that, okay, we use may also for these things. But when we'll come to may, you'll understand. When we'll come to could, you will understand. So each and every part of these helping verbs or modal verbs have different usage. So yeah, we'll come to that. So I hope can is clear to you. I hope did is clear to you. And I will meet you in the next lesson for more discussion like that. And we'll covering all other modal verbs. So if you have problems with the modal verbs, do not skip the lessons. All right. Bye-bye. Take care.